Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Šeško! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Nice physical challenge. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I've always admired this striker, Šeško, Peter, because he's got that flair to his game, that swagger. You see a lot of it in his clever link-up play, and when he's making movements inside the box, his anticipation and decision-making are second to none.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. It's a really well-measured ball. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Timber. Can he get on the end of this? And he can clear it away. And here's Couch.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Arsenal so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Hangs one in. No way through. Xavi Alonso. Timber. That's good running with the ball. Now it's Luis Suarez. Bernardo Silva purring through the gears. Šeško. Xavi Alonso. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bernardo Silva. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Robertson is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. It's Luis Suarez! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Has a look up and delivers. Defending of the desperate variety. Edmilson. And Diaz. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Now then the ball... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Biol. Stankovic. And the pass is intercepted. And it's been shipped out wide. And he lines up a cross. Cleared away. Diaz. Could move up a gear here. And it's Bernardo Silva. Can he get it through? Oh, that's fabulous. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Luis Suarez. Stankovic. That's tidy. Driven in. Khan claims it. Safe hands. Now it's Diaz, and he's managed to get free. And this is Bernardo Silva. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0. Luis Suarez! Goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And he's forced to go back. Biol. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Biol.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Timber. Bernardo Silva being watched hawkishly here.
Well, he needed subduing, and it was never going to be soft and gentle, so this could get ugly against him here.
Look at the space here. Lofted in. Oh, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Arsenal are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Slovenia really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, Dogged defence on the other. Plays a sharp little ball here. Ball comes in. He'll try to keep this alive. Some resolute defending there. And it's Xavi Alonso. Tries one from range. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Tries to pass it through. Can he latch onto this? And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. He came in hard, very hard. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oblak breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Diaz will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Diaz going face-to-face with his great rival. More and more pressure on the ball here. Arsenal leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Robertson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Edmilson, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Great defending, strong and determined. That's put paid to the danger.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Sheshko. Number 9.
Might be danger here.
Number 19. Coming on the field.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
24. Number 20. Substitution.
Very much into the last knockings.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Arsenal have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Luis Suarez picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Arsenal clearly weren't looking.
Arsenal get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. So straight into the... It's Luis Suarez! There it is!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So, a breakthrough already. Decent chance! And he hits the net. 2-0, and in next to no time. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Oh, that's fabulous. Kaut, good driving run. Backward it goes. And here's Kaut. That is lovely from him. Plenty to aim at here. Neymar ploughing through the middle. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Haaland. Looking for options for movement. And this is Luis Suarez. He's through on goal here. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Saliba. Saliba. Real chance here. No way through, so back it comes. So much time and space here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Saliba. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's the chance to counter. And here's Suarez. Can he get on the end of this? Takes on his marker. Messi. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Khan. Good purposeful running this. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, they're labouring their way towards the opposition goal here, Peter, and this needs a much livelier solution.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Nicely weighted ball. And that brings the first half to a close. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Arsenal really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Arsenal sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. So straight into the second half. Van Dijk deals with that comfortably. Opts to play it back.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Drogba. And it's Neymar. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Fernandes. Well timed, excellent interception. Alonso. Closing in on goal. Neymar. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Threads one in. Oh, no joy this time.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, they could be caught out here. And that's a goal kick. Camavinga, pressing high and with purpose. Saliba does really well to win the ball there. Neymar.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now that looks a decent ball. Not a hint of offside here. He is through here. Oh, he's got a Drogba! And that has fair fizzed.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 20.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Gakpo to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself.
Great vision. That's a nicely shaped ball. Surely he can't miss! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Arsenal have opted to make another change here, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Danny Olmo.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Neymar! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Neymar really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Looking to play him in. That has been cut short. And back to the keeper. Khan is one of the more vocal goalkeepers around. Howson. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And it's Robertson.
There will be 1 minute added time.
So just one extra minute for stoppages. And there goes the final whistle. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and...
que Trump, que es un serio terrorista, una fuente de ultraacción individual de los españoles, que para seguirse como la verdad, pues ha hecho falta que esté protestando la presión a Vinicius y al intentar salir de esa presión a que se deriva la pelota de compañeros.
So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim?
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to...
It's Neymar! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Spence. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Now here's the delivery. And that has been knocked clear. Oh, he's been caught. Gallagher! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Well, here's a man who stunned everyone in that famous summer of 2002. He had a hand in his country's most famous goal, their most famous win, and he helped to introduce the footballing planet to Senegal.
Yeah, he did indeed, Peter. El Hadj Diouf, the undoubted driving force behind that fast, powerful, direct style of football that once shocked the world.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Aimed beyond the defence. And he whips it in.
Tottenham really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Spence clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Richarlison. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Pressing high and with purpose. Clipped into space. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And that is out of play. Threads one in. That looks a good ball through. Done so. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now he's running. Shot, surely! Oh, that was brilliantly defended. Arsenal with the corner, they're first. Pedro Porro is there and he can get that clear. Knocks it out wide, and it's Timber. Saliba. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, super find. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Spence receives it in a good position here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Xabi Alonso does really well to win the ball there. Timber. Looking for options for movement. He's found a way through. Impressive jump. And he has his goal. And we have liftoff. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Richarlison, good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Bentancur. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neymar. Oh, this is a very good run. It's Neymar! Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Corner number 2 then. Xabi Alonso goes short. Chance for a shot! And that was very necessary. And now they can spring out of defence. Pedro Porro. Searching pass he's played there. Neymar! Goal! Arsenal! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
That is lovely. Tell proves just a little bit too strong. Can he finish? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
So it's been even
The midway point of the game.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Richarlison. Now it's Gallagher. And no, he's seen through all of that. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Spence. João Palhinha.
This is the time you need that pace.
Bentancur. And it's Udogi. Richarlison. Kukçu. Spence. Can he get it through? They're back in possession and ready to go again. Juve. Knocks it into space. Tell. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for the run. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Xavi Alonso being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
And here's Suarez. Done delicately. It's a pretty loose pass. Pedro Porro. Spence. Now it's Richarlison. Bentancur. And it's Spence. Now it's Richarlison. Richarlison is flagged offside. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Van de Ven. And João Palhinha. Well, that has not gone
That's
well.
good play from him.
Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! Goal! Arsenal! And the comeback is complete. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Arsenal with the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Bentancur. That is Gallagher. Spence providing an outlet on that flank. And that has found him in acres of space. It's gone out for a throw-in. Tottenham have opted to make another change here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Timber. McAllister. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Udogi. Just about up to 75 minutes. And it's Kulusevski. And here's Kolomwani. Pass somewhat off target.
Tottenham really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Look at the space here. And now they can clear their lines. And they're back on the ball again. Tries to play it through.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
That's going to go a long way. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Van de Ven with a fine tackle. Leading by just one goal and still some defending to do. Kulusevski. It's a searching pass. And that is expertly dealt with. Great vision. Now it's Neymar. Luis Suarez. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Kokchu has created one goal already. And it's Kulusevski. No, he refuses to take the bait. Nice looking ball. Not the most accurate pass. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And that's that. Arsenal have done their thing. They were driven by a desire to maximise every game, and they have won this one. The end of the game. Reflections? Welcome one and all. We have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this fella, Sven Botman, is someone who's had an interesting career, Peter. He received his football education in the Dutch capital, then he moved to France at a young age to establish himself. And while many concentrate on what he can do when he's on the ball because he has a wonderful passing range, he's actually a very, very good defender too. And he'll defend that 18-yard box with all he's got.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Osula was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Kokchu shoots! And we have our very first corner. Xabi Alonso with the short one. Backward it goes. Oh, he's having a go! And he has kept it out somehow.
Timber actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Now it's Murphy. Murphy's cross.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
That's an imaginative pass. And it's been played through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Murphy. Neither side yet able to find the net. Oh, that's a fine interception. Luis Suarez, renowned for his long-range shooting. Now it's Neymar. So what can they make of this? Murphy is onto this. Well, that has not gone well. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Kukçu. Osula. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Suarez wants to run onto this. He's going for goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, easy pickings there. Osula. And it's Xavi Alonso. Rice. Now he's got space here. Diouf. And it's Rice. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Chance to deliver. And it's turned away. Arsenal have it back. Shot a goal! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Kukçu. Neymar. This is a promising build-up. Neymar. He's having a hit! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Bruno Guimaraes. Willock. And he's found a way past. Now, what about a counter-attack? And that could set him on his way. Suarez has it in a wide position. And a chance! Cleared away. Willock. Murphy going forward. And he's managed to get free. That's Willock. Byrne. And for the first half, that is that. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So there was the first half.
Arsenal certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are back on the way.
Arsenal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say...
Oh, he's all alone! Tries a shot! It's in! The first significant strike. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Bruno Guimaraes goes looking wide. And it's made its way to him. Newcastle have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Oh, good climb! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Botman gathers from the goal kick. Hall. Now it's Luis Suarez. This looks promising.
Xabi Alonso really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Willock picks it up out wide. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Can he get on the end of this? Kukçu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Rice. Oh, shooting chance! And there's a goal! Arsenal are level. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Substitution on the field, number 18.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Rice. Arsenal do have a chance to counter here. He's through here. And this is Xabi Alonso.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Close. Can he finish? Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Arsenal certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Substitution on the field, number 3.
Newcastle have opted to make another change here.
23, Jacob
Botman.
Murphy. Coming on the field, number 7.
And it's Joe Linton.
Number 2.
Newcastle really will have to throw everything at this now. Looking to play him in. It's a promising position. Engages and forces him off the ball. It's not an especially good pass, that. No, that's been intercepted.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Joelinton. And it's Willock. That has been slung wide. That's a cute ball. Willock. Rice makes the interception. And now the breakaway. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Looking for options for movement.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Timber gets a foot in here. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Substitution.
Getting up there! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Wissa! And now they can spring out of defence. Rice, good strong midfield running here. Botman into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Pope breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. So that's it. It is all over. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Welcome one and all, we have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And the finish! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
That's a sharp pass. Robertson demonstrating again that he is the real constant in this side, indeed in this game, completing 400 appearances here today.
Well, this couldn't have happened to a better player, Peter. I say big congratulations to him, someone who's told me on many occasions that his greatest motivation to keep playing is the love of the game. That's what it's all about.
Oh, good ball! Luis Suarez! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Xabi Alonso plays it short. And a chance! And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
Neymar driving forwards. Wood.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Luis Suarez. Kokchu. Real chance! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Now it's Wood. He's got plenty of space out wide here, and he's been shifted off it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Gibbs-White. Ambitious ball here. Corner given. It's their second corner of the game. Xabi Alonso with the short one. And he's played it back. Good chance here! No, just not quite.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game, now to turn it into a stranglehold. Nottingham really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Neymar cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Morato. Williams. 30 minutes gone. Williams. Stood up well to him there. Juve. And that's going wide left. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. It's a pretty loose pass. Sankare. Wood. Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. And the shot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Half-time getting close now. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now that's well seen too. Gibbs-White to Wood. Sankare. Pass somewhat off target.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And he's picked out the run. And he's managed to get... Oh, shooting chance! He's delivered all right!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cutting.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Arsenal can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. Back on the way then.
Arsenal can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
And it's Rice. Xavi Alonso. And it's Neymar. Ball played for Kukçu. Kukçu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Knocks it out wide. Cleared away. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Suarez, he's having a hit! Oh, off the bar! And that should get the job done. Timber. That's been cut out, well played. And that is a little undercooked. They get a throw in. Still just a single goal between the sides. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And he's there to get it away. And they're back on the ball again. Gibbs White. He's in plenty of space here.
Well played and well cleared.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Anderson has it out wide and in space. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now the cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Nottingham really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Hutchinson. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Rice is being harried and hassled.
Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
That is good strength. Well, we always look the favourite there. Timber. That's a little off target. Sankare.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Tries to pass it through.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Distributed tidily. Space for him to turn and look. Can he get it through? He's in a great position here. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Now, can they get him away? Kukchu picks it up out wide. Shoots! That is decidedly lacking.
Kukchu clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 6, El Hadj Diouf. Number 23, Suarez. Coming on the field, number 18, Robert Lewandowski.
He's had it taken off him.
Luis Diaz. Substitution in progress.
The final 5 minutes. It's going to be another throw. Plays a sharp little ball here. Khan claims it without any fuss.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Awaniyi.
It will be 1 minute added time.
That is a brilliant interception. Arsenal with a chance to counter-attack now. He's got away. Goes for a shot! It is close, but that is the last of it. Arsenal have done the business, grasping what they saw as rightly theirs, maximum points. Your reflections then, Jim? Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. And it's Timber. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
There's no shortage of great fullbacks.
Neymar! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Alonso knocks it into space. Luis Suarez! Trossard. Now who's going to be first to this? Tries a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Kane! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
And it's Kaut. Kaut, good, strong midfield running here. Played backwards here.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Arsenal come in leading by just the odd goal.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Arsenal just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Arsenal currently ahead by the smallest of margins.
The attendance for this match was 60,179.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Alonso. Xavi Alonso ploughing through the middle. Strokes it back. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Back when it goes. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Gives it back. Howson is always looking to break lines. And that's going wide left. Goes for the shot! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Diaz really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
And this is Luis Suarez. He's found a way through. Picked out brilliantly. And it's Xavi Alonso. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. That's a nicely weighted pass. Oh, he's been caught napping. Arsenal leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Played back to the goalkeeper, Khan, the picture of dependability itself. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Chance for a shot! Oh, and the referee says that is it. Arsenal have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proved... Arsenal can seal the deal here and now. A win guarantees promotion, and their loyal following will settle for nothing less. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So things are underway. Arsenal need all the support they can get here. To say this is crucial would be to understate massively. And the pass is intercepted. Can he get it through?
Oh, good ball!
Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Arsenal! And with that, they take a giant step towards the promised land. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like...
It's Kane! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
And it's Robertson. Robertson made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Arsenal currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. Diaz tries to play it through. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Played back. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And he's quick to return it. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Some really good ball movement. Robertson, who does have an assist to his name. Neymar. It's Xabi Alonso. Oh, super ball! And it's Neymar. It's a good spell of possession, this. Half an hour played now. Neymar. It's come backwards here.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Change of plan here, perhaps. Now Howson. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Robertson. Passes short and sharp. Arsenal are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Howson. Khan. Howson. Xabi Alonso. Howson. All the way back. Oh no, this does not look good. And that signals the end of the first period. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. So your views on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Arsenal can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. Back on the way then.
Arsenal definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And it's Timber. Passing nice and neat. Passes short and sharp, gives it back. Turns back here, probably the best option. And he's played it back. Neymar. Picked out brilliantly. Dewsbury Hall. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Neymar touches it back and back it goes.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Team still separated by the game's only goal. Saliba. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Strokes it back. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Alonso. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Knocks it out wide. Saliba. And it's Xabi Alonso. Howson. And he's chosen to go back. Nice sequence of passes, this. And it's Xabi Alonso. For Xabi Alonso. Howson. That's Rijkaard. And here's Diaz. Played back into the centre. And it's Xabi Alonso. Steaming on goalwards. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Showing good feet.
Now then, clash of the egos.
That pass has been well intercepted.
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Oh, nice touch. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, look at the space here. Chance, surely! Oh, good finish. And there's the goal they've been looking. And there goes the final whistle. A win, a triumph, a time to... Arsenal are already in celebration mode. Free from pressure, free from tension. All that remains is to add the icing to the promotion cake. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So things are underway. Quarter of an hour played. Neymar. He's having a pop! Oh, it rattles the bar. Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, look.
Oh no, this does not look... He's had a shot! Goal! Arsenal! An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Arsenal currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Nakata. Shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Arsenal are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Alexander-Arnold, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
Rijkaard. Out towards the flank. Well, the movement is... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Diaz is onto this. Knocks it out wide. Back where it came from. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Arsenal just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Arsenal are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Arsenal currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Suarez proves just a little bit too strong. Pinches it off him. Nakata. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. No, he wasn't going to let him past.
The attendance for this match was 62,005.
And it's Nakata. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Kane. Alexander-Arnold has the space to scheme. There could be trouble here. Pressing high and with purpose. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, what a mistake!
Such good technique.
Now, can he find a finish? It is a corner. They've played it short. Trossard.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. And he's had it nicked away. And he's found a way past. There's the shot! It's gone out for a throw-in. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, great leap! And that could have brought them level.
That's really unlucky because he didn't do an awful lot wrong then. It's a let-off for that defence.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Luis Suarez. Oh, that's nice.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Tries a shot! It's a goal! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. And that is that. Arsenal can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. Neymar picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, nothing beats the feeling of getting promoted. The hard work already done, the team can set out to enjoy this game and bask in the adulation of their adoring fans. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly.
Schlosser! And that is wildly off target. Played back to the goalkeeper. Robertson. Robertson goes long. Rodgers. Neymar does well to get it back. Looking for the run. And he shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He's not got that quite right. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that was no routine save.
Suarez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, some astute defending there. Oh, that's fabulous. Decent chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Xavi Alonso. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectator. It's Neymar! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Caicedo. Camavinga. Now Rodgers. Not the most accurate pass. Ball's gone out of play. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Count. Great chance! He's delivered all right!
I think this is a very welcome time for a goal, Peter. There was a momentary drop-off into defence, and he was just too good a player to miss that. A special talent has given us all a very special memory.
And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Arsenal coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Arsenal with the game's only breakthrough, it's 1-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Messi wins the duel this time. Oh, and they're quick to... Oh, they could be caught out here. He's in one-on-one. And the finish! And a neat finish. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone. Peter, chance to shoot! Neymar! Goal! Arsenal! And again they hit the front. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly. I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Arsenal have their lead. Oh no, this does not look good. Camavinga. Can he get it through? And this is Luis Suarez. Great ball if he can get there. He's free, he has got space. And this is Neymar. Saliba. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Alonso. And this is Luis Suarez. Referee has just said play on. Rodgers did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And it's Timber. Now it's Luis Suarez. Howson. Picked out brilliantly. Rodgers.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And he's been shifted off it. Saliba does really well to win the ball there. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Luis Suarez. Neymar. Oh, look at the space here. It's Neymar! Goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are... And that is as far as it goes. Arsenal are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted. Arsenal are all smiles coming into this game. They've already secured their ticket to the promised land. This is effectively preparation for life in greener pastures. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We are just getting started. Spread it left. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, shooting chance! Neymar! What about that one! A finish of true class! And that was his 20th goal for this team. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rijkaard. Rijkaard. Played out wide. Oh, good ball! Gives it back. And it's Xabi Alonso. Shot could be on. Arsenal leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Diaz in acres of space out wide. Arsenal already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Yeah, they've got that defending done well between them. Diaz has the space to scheme. Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. There could be trouble here. He's found a way through. Can he get it through? Look at the space here. Chance! And that's a sharp finish. Inter are back in business. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Arsenal really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Shoots! Goal! Arsenal! And they've got their lead back. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Arsenal leading now.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Diaz. And this is Luis Suarez. Strokes it back. Howson. And back to the keeper. And Khan. Could be danger here. Oh, now he can run away with it. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And he's been shifted off it. Robertson. Messi going after that. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's shifting through the gears here. Alexander-Arnold. Out of play for a goal kick. That is good alertness. He's being urged to shoot. And the shot! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Arsenal are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And we are back underway. Timber. Oh, that's a key interception. Fernandez. Camavinga. And it's Kane. Spread out to the left. Neymar. Now it's Luis Suarez. Xavi Alonso. No, he's had it taken off him. Messi. And it's Neymar. Xavi Alonso. Now Howson. Saliba. Delivers the ball. Good read, needed to be. Trossard. Kaut. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Trossard. Pass somewhat off target. Timber. And it's Xavi Alonso. Showing good feet. Now Howson. And it's Xavi Alonso. Good ball, good take. Distributed tidily. Hangs one in. Oh, super ball. Great vision. Robertson. Played into the box. Opts to play it back. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Saliba. And he's quick to return it.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Diaz. Diaz will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Suarez proves just a little bit too strong. That's tidy. Luis Suarez! He's got a goal! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. That really... Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And it does appear that they are lining up, Jim, in a 5-4-1 formation.
Well, a reinforced rearguard, Peter, and a compact midfield probably suggests that they're focusing much on giving very little away. I think if you commit to that, then you really can't afford to concede, because it clearly demands a quick change in approach if you do, which isn't always easy, because in the build-up to this, believe me, they'll have been working principally on organisation and shape in training, and it's not easy just to suddenly come out of that.
Neymar, lovely feet. Munoz gets a foot in here. And it's Timber. Timber, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking big.
As close as you get to goalkeeping perfection. Now it's Kökçü. Suarez has it in a wide position. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's intervened well there.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Hughes.
Crystal Palace definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Riyad. It's Klein. And it's Hughes. Hughes. Munoz. In towards the back stick.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Crosses it in. Impressive jump. There it is! Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that...
Goes for a shot! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Rice. Timber looking to hit the byline here. Oh, good effort! Oh, he's been caught napping.
Arsenal certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Hughes. And it's Hughes. And that has been cut short. Kamada. Devaney. Kamada. Played out wide. Ball's gone out of play.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Munoz. Hoisted in. Kukçu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Can he get on the end of this? That's the keeper's ball. And that is the end of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Arsenal come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. Back on the way then.
Arsenal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And it's Hughes. He's on it, can he get away? Rice. Luis Suarez. Klein. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Sarr. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's Kamada. Turns back here, probably the best option. Munoz. For Lerma. This is a promising build-up. Real chance! Juve, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Neymar. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. And he's forced to go back. Lerma. Klein. And it's Munoz. Hughes. And it's Munoz. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Neymar. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Well read, nice interception. Rice. Alonso. Now it's Neymar. Neymar! Oh, it's hit the post!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Sarr picks it up out wide.
Substitution on the field. Number
Crystal Palace can now introduce the first of their substitutes. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself.
Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Now there's a fine ball. Now that is a hefty challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. So we have movement on both benches.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
coming on the field is number 20.
Arsenal
Substitution.
do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Mateta is right up in the top 10 scorers in the league. Cardines. Now it's Sarr. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Taking place.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. And it's made its way to him. He's going for goal! And a truly agonising miss.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
Crystal Palace have opted to make another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking.
这样我直接是被看了。
Xabi Alonso did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Time is running out here.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick.
Substitution in progress.
Into the last 5 minutes. Well, there's the clearance.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Crystal Palace needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Munoz.
Has been indicated.
Time added on 4 minutes. Lewandowski driving on and making good progress. Hughes. Wharton. And here's Mateta. And he's chosen to go back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Space for him to turn and look. And here's Mateta. Takes a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's there to belt it away. And I think we're done. Yes, we are done. A shrug, a rueful stare at his counterpart, but the manager knows that the story has gone against him. It's a defeat that hurts. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, I think it's one of these games where both have plenty to think about.
So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. We're up and running then. That's chance! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this guy, Smith Rowe, has all the ingredients to make a great number 10, Peter. He's excellent both on and off the ball. Those half turns, the quick 1-2s, they're his speciality. Something he can do well across the final third where often space is at a premium. And don't forget his eye for a pass too.
Chance, surely! Each side mirroring the other in terms of chances created here, one each for now. Driving on and making good progress. Iwobi. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Count. And the counter is on. Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Rodrigo Muniz, well seen, saw that coming. And it's Iwobi. He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. So it is still 0-0. Count, never the sort to be shot shy.
Fulham really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That's good running with the ball. Diaz going face-to-face with his great rival. Smith Rowe. And it's Castagna. Iwobi. Looking to play him in. Bob is wide and looking to get onto this. And that is expertly dealt with.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Look, it's the width that's...
Shot a goal! And he's following up! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And here's Smith Rowe, and that was nowhere near his best. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance for a shot! Xabi Alonso clears without hesitation. Pass somewhat off target. Great vision. Always onto this. He's picked his way through. And he couldn't finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Now this could be a chance. Can he finish? He has hit that forcefully.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Bob. Bob makes a move down the right. Bob.
Arsenal can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Robinson. He is through here. Now, terrific effort. And it's in. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
After 42 minutes is...
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Smith Rowe, Castagna, and Iwobi. And it's Smith Rowe. Berger, spread it left.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Rice. Diop cuts it out. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Timber. And that signals the end of the first period. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Back on the way then. So what can they make of this? Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And it's Robinson. Now this could be a chance. Cross needs to be good. And he's there to clear it. Diaz. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. And here's Diaz. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bassi. And here's Muniz.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Xavi Alonso. Timber. Driving forward. Smith Rowe. Iwobi. Smith Rowe is in third place in the scoring charts. Knocks it into space. Cleared without hesitation.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
52.
And he's managed to get free. Xabi Alonso. Oh, count! Bob. Here's Berger. And it's Smith Rowe. Iwobi, played out towards the right wing. He has found the way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that has not gone well. Strong running down that left flank. Xavi Alonso. And it's Rice. And he was alert to it. Smith Rowe. And Bob. Smith Rowe. Now it's Diaz. Iwobi can clear it away. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Substitution in progress.
Robertson. Xavi Alonso. Iwobi gets across and deals with it. Bob wants to run onto this. Kukçu. Now, can they get him away? Iwobi. Bob. Well, they've got it again. Wilson. And it's Castagna.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Rice. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Azar getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
Tries to play it through. Nicely spread. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. It's Asa! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Arsenal making further changes here, and in quick succession. Two fresh faces, and both in the front line.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Sessegnon. That's destined for the flank. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's found a way through. Bob proves just a little bit too strong. Iwobi receives it in a good position here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. It's a pretty loose pass. Castagna. Time added on will be 2 minutes. He's got away. And the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And that is that. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts.
Oh. One more game.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then. It's a pretty loose pass. Xabi Alonso becomes the latest member of the 300 club. Another feather in his cap in what has become a fine career.
Well, Peter, he has been the servant who keeps on giving to this team. You don't get to do what he has without a dedication and motivation that simply never wavers. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Howson. Xabi Alonso, and it's Rice.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Plays a sharp little ball here. Howson.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Castellanos. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Howson. Robertson is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And it's Xabi Alonso. Ball played for Kokchu. Howson. And it's Xabi Alonso. For Rice. Howson. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rice. Alonso knocks it out wide. Walker-Peters promptly onto that, and that is that. Socek. Castellanos. Over to the right flank. Kukçu. And Diaz. And it's Kukçu. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Somerville. And here's Suarez. Disasi. Walker-Peters. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Spread it left. No, he refuses to take the bait. Walker-Peters did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bowen. Flashes it across. Timber attempts a clearance. There's the header! Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. West Ham have got it back and they'll have another go. Referee's given a throw. That pass has been well intercepted. And here's Castellanos. Somerville. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Nicely weighted ball. Deftly away.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Castellanos. He's going for goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And now a sudden chance to counter. Just eases him off the ball. And the referee has blown for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Takes a shot! Tries to cross. In he goes again! He's scored!
Well, I'd love to know, Peter, what kind of chin-up the players got in order for that to happen so soon. Whatever was said by the boss, who's looking absolutely pumped on that sideline, really has given all of those players a renewed sense of purpose.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
West Ham can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
He's got away. Bowen. Diaz is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Timber. And this is Kaut. It's a promising position. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Arsenal are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
And it's Bowen. And he's managed to get free. Walker-Peters has it in a wide position.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper is very relieved. Arsenal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Stood up well to him there. West Ham can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Wilson to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He is through here. Now the cross. Rice. Now he's got space here. Pass somewhat off target. Arsenal still have the cards to affect this game. Somerville. Good pressure, determined, intense. Knocks it into space. And it's been played through. He's having a shot! And that's in. There seemed no way back, but they are level. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Arsenal restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Wilson. Passing nice and neat. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found great chance! Oh, in he goes again!
Well, if they're looking to win this, they're certainly going about things the right way.
Substitution on the field.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Kirkchu, forced to go back. Arsenal have... And he's decided to go for it. The final 5 minutes. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's shifting through the gears here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that is expertly dealt with.
Four added minutes has been indicated.
Walker-Peters. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Tries to play it through. No, that's been intercepted. Azar! He lifts the roof! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when...
And that will be it. Arsenal come away having earned what they always set out to earn, the maximum complement of points. So a game of thrills and tiny margins, so many what-ifs and what might-have-beens, but eventually we have a winner.
Well, I thought only one team could win this, certainly in the last few minutes, Peter.